Good night. We leave you with a look at some unforgettable moments from Cal's record-breaking night. For the entire Witness News team, hope you have a good night.
Whenever you see news happen, call the Eyewitness News hotline at 578-1313. Or Bell Atlantic mobile customers call #13 from your cellular phone. Toll and airtime free.
It's absurd.
International baseball fan sports report, because you had the assignment of a lifetime.
Now, do you realize that this has made Cal Ripken into perhaps one of the most respected sporting athletes of all time?
And a legend, of course.
It's a legend. It's unbelievable.
It is.
Cal, you could talk about Michael Jordan, but I think if there's one guy who commands any respect more than Jordan, it would be Cal Ripken. So let's get to it. And as we said at the top of the show, a very memorable night in Baltimore as Cal Ripken broke a 56-year-old record set by Yankee great Lou Gehrig. Ripken was applauded in every move that he made, and last night, not even Walt Disney could have written such a storybook ending. Let's go out to Camden Yards, where we pick things up here in the fourth inning. Here's Cal shaking hands with brother and former teammate Billy, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Score tied at 1. Bobby Bonilla at bat. He gets a hold of this one and drives it to deep center field. The Orioles would lead this thing 2-1. O's had 10 homers in the last 2 games of the series. Balls were flying out all over the place for the Birds. Next batter, you know who. Guess who, folks? Cal Ripken, and then he goes deep for the third straight game for Cal. He takes his fastball 3-0 pitch, and he drives it deep. 3-1, the Orioles would lead it, but the game didn't even matter, folks. It was what happened after the game. The Orioles win this ball game 4-2. The moment everyone was waiting for came here in the 5th inning. The official unveiling of the sign. There's President Clinton on hand. A lot of very famous people and athletes and presidents. Vice President Gore was there too. But here it comes. 2,131 going to be unveiled in the 5th inning. The Camden Yards crowd went into an absolute frenzy. 46,272 fans on hand. The ovation they gave Cal was unbelievable. Here's Cal doing a curtain call. He did 7 curtain calls in this entire thing. 22 minutes and 15 seconds. It's the longest Orioles, the longest ovation in baseball history at Baltimore. It culminated here as you'll see Rafael Palmeiro and Bobby Bonilla going to have to push Cal out. Cal didn't want any more. He said stop at one point, and there's his father, Cal Sr., looking on, and here's Bobby Bonilla and Rafael Palmeiro pushing Cal out, making him run around the entire ballpark. Cal was shaking hands, kissing people, kissing babies, and just basically hanging out. After the ball game, the ceremonies got underway. They lasted for about 1 hour, and Yankee great Joe DiMaggio said it best right here as he saw baseball history.
Wherever my former teammate Lou Gehrig is today, I'm sure he's tipping his cap to you, Cal Ripken. He's a 1 in a million ball player who came along to break his record. And my congratulations to you, Cal. You certainly deserve this lasting tribute.
Tonight I stand here overwhelmed as my name is linked with the great and courageous Lou Gehrig. I am truly humbled to have our names spoken in the same breath. Some may think our strongest connection is because we both played many consecutive games. Yet, I believe in my heart that our true link is a common motivation, a love of the game of baseball, a passion for your team, and a desire to compete on the very highest level.
2,131 games and counting. Ripken will add to this record now with each game that he continues to play in, and you can make book on that as the Orioles will be in Cleveland to take on the Indians for a 3-game set beginning tomorrow night. Last night's game had special meaning for Cal Ripken and all of baseball, including its fans, but the game touched a Montgomery County resident as well. Stuart Crump of Rockville grew up a big Lou Gehrig fan and had seen several New York Yankee games while Gehrig was still playing. He also had the distinction of meeting the Iron Horse in person and getting his autograph. Last night, things came full circle for Crump. His son and grandson went with him to Camden Yards to witness Cal's amazing feat and watch a piece of baseball history taking place.
I was very fortunate yesterday to get a chance to see Cal Ripken break Lou Gehrig's record at Camden Yards. My younger years, I was a great Lou Gehrig fan. Of course, I still am, and I fully agree that with the remarks that have been made, that Lou would look down with pride on Cal, like we all do. I have here with me a book which I got Lou Gehrig's autograph in 1936. And my son thought it would be nice if my grandson could take this book and last night at the game get Cal Ripken to sign alongside of Lou Gehrig's name. I think it means to me, at my age, it's something that I can pass on to my grandson, and I know that he will remember that night forever.
And the amazing thing about it is, real quickly, is Cal will continue to add to this record, and he's signed through the 1997 season, so we'll see where it finally ends.
He's been so stoic all along. I think he's relieved. Don't you think he's relieved a little bit?
He is. He even said that in the post-game press conference.
Yeah.
Glad it's over, and now he can concentrate on playing.
A total class act.
He certainly is.
Good role model. Thanks, Brian.
Surely.
That's it. Thank you for joining us. I'm Karen Allen. For all of us here at the Montgomery Channel, we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
For years considered untouchable, the 2,130 games played by Lou Gehrig. It's a rare opportunity for the advertising world, a sports hero who is truly heroic. Sean Calebs has the story.
In a game punctuated by numbers, Cal Ripken is in a class by himself. Bumps, bruises, boredom, things that have sidelined other baseball greats, have never benched the Orioles shortstop.
Just trying to do what I think is right. And trying to go with this whole streak thing and have fun with it, and I think that's all a part of it. You're sharing it with everyone involved.
Ripken is considered a throwback, a family man who chartered a different course when he broke into baseball. Ripken passed on beer commercials and ads to hawk underwear. Instead, he pitched milk.
And in the long run, it's that image that's helping him make millions on Madison Avenue. Each week, the Orioles shortstop is getting hundreds of offers. Look for him plugging the reliability of Chevy trucks and the wholesome good taste of Wheaties.
Marketing executives say Ripken's appeal is a tribute to his work ethic and his good guy image. To them, he is as credible as he is durable.
Considering everything right now on the table, with the league doing badly, the team doing badly, he's not even having really a banner year. The endorsements have found him. He's going to have a very, very lucrative year off the field.
Fans are still soured by the baseball strike and the impression that many players are just plain greedy. Ripken is making nearly $6 million for playing this year. Lou Gehrig, who played in 2,130 consecutive games, made $360,000 over his entire career. Sean Caleb, CNN Business News, New York.
When Money Week continues, a very different kind of story.
List of people looking for tickets. Last night it was easy to find them, and they were cheap. Tonight it was a different story altogether.
You guys bring one too many?
No, sorry.
I get that a lot.
Rob Henderson searched most of the night for reasonably priced tickets.
The problem is I don't have $300, so I can't do it.
Well, that's how much people are charging for them?
I've had a $200, a $300, and a $750 for one ticket.
And you're not going that way tonight?
I can't do that much.
Andy was in the market, but only for a legal face value ticket.
I don't want to get arrested.
That makes a lot of sense. That does.
I have to go to work tonight, so I can't get arrested.
Leanne Reiser and Jay Tarkeesian drove in from Annapolis. They made an unsuccessful attempt to trade an interview for tickets.
We'll talk to you about this.
24.
If you give us 2.
Oh, so we're wheeling and dealing, are we? Okay, then.
Only for ticket value, though.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
So it's no
exactly.
scalping involved, huh? But you guys want to be part of this historic event, I guess.
That's right, because Cal's our man.
Now, we saw those two a little later on. They did get inside. I believe they got tickets. I don't know how. I don't know how much they paid for them. But they were the exception. Tickets were hard to get tonight. Denise?
Well, Dennis, what's the strangest story you heard in the evening?
Well, you know, there were some real bizarre kinds of things going on. There were some people who climbed the fence on the other side of the Utah Street Plaza over here, and about 15, 20 of them got in. They ran away when the police came. We also got a couple of folks who actually offered us money for our media passes. They also wanted to pay us to carry our equipment. Of course, you'll be happy to know that we turned down all of those generous offers. Denise?
And that was tempting, I'm sure, carrying heavy equipment all over the stadium.
Kind of, sort of. I think the photographer may have been tempted, yes.
I would think, yes. Thank you, Dennis. In the past few days, city police have beefed up their crackdown on selling tickets over face value.
What an offer. Many generations of baseball fans share the excitement of tonight's history-making events. And it was a very extra special night for one Rockville man and his grandson, Stuart Crump. A great fan of Lou Gehrig watched as his hero's record was broken. Crump remembers when he was a kid back in 1936, and Gehrig gave him his autograph.
All of the Yankee players went on in, but a bunch of us youngsters stood there, and one player stopped. And they always said Lou Gehrig signed autographs for youngsters, which Cal does. And I can vouch for that. He did.
And Cal Ripken really does sign lots of autographs, too. Amazingly, Crump's grandson, Mickey, got Ripken's autograph tonight on the same page that Gehrig had signed. It was a night to remember for both grandfather and grandson. Cal Ripken's extended family, his hometown of Aberdeen, gathered to